In this first session of the course, I'm going to be speaking about two of the main concepts in object-oriented programming, which are classes and objects. But to do that, first we have to check the proper notebook. So here we have the list of all the courses in the group of courses in the specialization, if you will, and we are going to be using this one. I have downloaded the notebook. Remember that you can always do that from file, download, and then download the Jupyter notebook. And I have it here, so I don't have problems with my not very reliable internet connection. As I was saying, in this first session, we are going to be introducing two of the main concepts in object-oriented programming. Before I do that, I want to mention a little bit about what we are doing from a general point of view and why. Object-oriented programming is a new program paradigm, so it's a new way of thinking about programming. Instead of focusing on how we do things, as we have been doing so far, we have been seeing lots of code and functions and organizing it in different ways, but we were always thinking about how I'm going to do what I want to do. So we are going to change a little bit the way we think about things, and we are going to think about concepts that I want to implement. So I want a piece of code that works with the information related to people, or maybe to actors, or maybe to animals, or maybe to images, or maybe to tree species. I'm going to have all of these concepts, maybe not just one of them, but many of those, and I'm going to focus the way I program thinking about these objects and what I can do with them, and not so much on how I am doing that. Okay, in this way, I strive to achieve a code that's more reusable. So if then something comes up and I decide to do some of the things that I'm doing differently, I don't have to change the whole structure of the code, but I can go and change a very specific piece of the code and keep the rest of the code working. This is usually referred to as making code that's more modular, so that it can be broken down into smaller independent parts, and that's more reusable, which is self-explanatory.